Time for rising tides. Alright. This one was easier to start than the other one.
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
I'm gonna have to remember how to play, because it's been a while. I haven't even played DMC recently, so like the combat isn't in my head.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there. I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
That's pretty music. Interesting. You could have made it blue for Leviathan. The gold is pretty though. One second. Yes. See. That's better. Okay, that one.
The garrison said they take another 100 of me pitch pots.
To the Veil it is then.
Looks like you've got a thirst.
But enough talk. How about we...
Fancy a peek behind the veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
Jill's look.
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh. Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically.
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Did plan on it.
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
What if she realizes the value of the information she's party to?
And the danger it puts her in.
Do be careful.
I will.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
No one. Currently.
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The Motes of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive.
That means
Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from
there?
good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly
he hasn't been
dominance
lost.
in their
He's
place.
just been there the whole time. No one
And
let him
ours
look.
is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So
I
what
mean,
do you
all
say?
you have to do is get other icons. Usually,
Will you
icons
help
fight
us?
against icons. But I mean, Clive is peak.
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
Okay. Oh. Miss, we can't magic in this area. Don't really fight over. Black? Oh, well, maybe not. Hard to tell. Like, on the map, it looked like the area you're not supposed to go. That looks cool in the background.
All right, you might want to hold on to something.
But maybe we can.
We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
Is some
You
stuff?
do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good
So
thing
they have a
too.
glamour to make it look nice
I
and
wouldn't fancy staring
warm.
at those sickly clouds every day.
It's pretty. Game is pretty again. Yeah, because the clouds are just. It's a cool effect. The first time you get to Ultima stuff, it's not a cool effect. Now, when you're playing for like hours on end after that fact, this is nice.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
I mean, sure, we've done worse at this point. Climb shouldn't be that bad.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning.
I'm trying to.
And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Sheila, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
Are you fuller, Joshua? Control thyself. Fast dodge. Trying to remember the controls. Done this one boss fight.
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
There we go.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
I do want to set other sets.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
I was about to say, if this is a group of people where the dominant always comes from their bloodline, why would they enslave their own people? I mean, they do it where Clive's from, but this feels more like it's a people that accept their magic and embrace it.
Those won't be friendly. We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home. Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Ooh.
been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Isn't Jill from here?
it's beautiful, Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Like Jill, the ward, Rosaria, but she's from Mysidia, isn't she?
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
Oh, that's cool looking. Fire, right. I only really use that one.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay?
I know that's the way to go. It goes over here. Thing.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Oh, it's cute.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties.
Dog. It's a big dog. It's my dog.
You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
He's coming over here. That'll be them then.
Don't look like much.
Look, that one's got a black cape. Look, Nan, it's the outsiders. How
I
long
like to
do
call
you think
outsiders
this-
outsiders. Hey, Jugaboo.
Welcome to Haven. The tributary awaits you within the Witten Hall.
Breakfast? Hold on. Jeez.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
I think it's cute.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. us and Valius.
This man, Valius, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Valius is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge
Wow.
almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even
Ew.
that.
I'm sorry.
Valius was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Ooh.
Forgive me. I'm still
That
not
makes
sure I
Leviathan
understand.
even more dangerous. Because Leviathan is already one of the more angry summons in every single game. But you're putting a very angry and powerful. Leviathan is very powerful. And a child who won't have the control. Ooh. Ooh.
Not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is where we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Oh my god,
Our
there's side
storehouse
quests.
lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. But we will.
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder if you could help me.
With what exactly?
Side quest.
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat? He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making. So I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into. Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Well, after also didn't have side quests, though. Interesting.
Which flowers does your
The
husband?
sweet little blue ones are...
Oh, easy.
We use them to dye our... You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the field.
Two, but
I mean, this is right here.
I'm not arguing. The child.
Excuse me. Pavard's wife tasked me with...
Ah. Where do go on then?
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry. An old fool Pavard may be.
Oh, he's gonna be our weapon maker. So they're trying to make it where he'll accept us make weapons. I'll asking him to make weapons. We don't have to go home?
Ah, welcome to Haven, Fred.
Thank you. Forgive my
Wow.
It is. They really are.
Aren't they just? Oh, that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts. Legend has it that when our people fled and as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same. So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia,
Okay.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavard.
Oh, that's cool.
Your wife asked me to...
That woman. Come out. I know.
Who? Me? I'm sorry. It's just my husband can be a, what with you being a swordsman like and him being.
The only reason he couldn't turn to me for help. I'm pretty much done with him now, though. But for the record, the tribute still. Here we are.
All right.
All right then.
You use them for...
Aye. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunic.
as modes of water.
Ooh.
That's right.
Dire
The
clothes
pattern
and
too
weapons?
was left by our ancestors. The ceaseless rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river, and no matter how that river has ebbed.
Oh well.
I thought for a second they were gonna do the Final Fantasy X thing. This DLC is gonna be a bit bigger than I can tell, because you're giving me another
What is it you want?
blacksmith. Won't be anything until... Did I make the big sword? Not on this playthrough. I did not do the special sword on this one. It's on the Final Fantasy mode.
Where in...
Oh, I'll have her hut. Oh, sorry. If you're after something from the store, she will have to charge you.
I understand.
Okay, so this is our
See
shop.
that? She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter. Ah, the heaven.
If you'd like me to...
Oh, no. Could I?
Of course not.
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up... Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still. Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate. Wait.
All right.
I wonder if we'll get any other quests, or if this is just the only ones, because you'll need these.
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Ruka. I have it, I think. She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye. She does it. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the
Oh,
river.
that's
where
why
she'll
that
go.
was
Well.
there.
This must be the path.
They're not here. It's you! I've been looking every...
You must be Rooker.
You know my name? Can you lot...
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him.
But I went to look...
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right, and on the way home, you can tell me...
Everything might be a stretch.
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
Oh, no. It was a pleasure.
It is like the Final
Daddy,
Fantasy X thing, but they're
did
doing
you know
it
that
backwards.
Our village is 10 times as big as Haven in the outside
Instead of
world.
the
10 times!
the
Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later.
Huh?
One of the big ones being, what are the...
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies.
Yes.
Well, they make for fine foundation. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Medicines, metals for tool making. Aye. And now Rukas. So please, do make good use.
Oh no, we will. Potions, I'll need to buy more. Be good. Okay, yeah, I was just wanting to unlock those. I'm guessing it's probably because they're gonna lock you out of leaving. Well, they didn't. Okay, you could still leave. But it's probably a lot easier to have
How long?
another
do you think
blacksmith nearby instead of going back and forth to the hideout.
Suddenly, there were curls everywhere.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leaving them?
Oh, this is a last place to run through.
The quickest route to the surge is due east, past the second
Okay.
galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets angry?
Really, brother? Did you have to ask?
Yeah, Clive, God, you stupid. The Tonberry bitches over here.
Tonberries. Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
big tomberries. Big chungus tomberries.
Display, brother.
Hot. Hot.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Oh, jeez. Hello. Is it dodge button or that one? Aye, that's the wrong button. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. What? Can he reset his own health? You bitch. No, don't do that. Stop it. Why does it keep doing that? Oh my god. He keeps kicking me out of his area when I'm not trying to. Which in turn keeps resetting his health. Like, why is he only in a set area? He's a big... See? Okay, I'm done. If he's just resetting, his area is like very tiny. And it's very obnoxious.
Might I inquire about the ray of light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Walius by his people.
Like, I'm all for fighting, but you have to actually, like, his area should not reset in such a small thing. Especially with the moveset that he has. To spin across the map. That's obnoxious.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
I'm guessing we're probably gonna fight Leviathan, get the powers, and there's nothing else that's gonna happen.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Does
That's
the
just
light
cool.
point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
A lot. Time.
It's not.
Listen, you guys fucked up. Well, she didn't. She's fine. But the people that wanted to use him to piss him off and then sealed him up. Caused your own problems.
Down in the center. Follow me.
Oh my god, he is a baby. I know they said that, but still, like...
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what
Right?
was happening.
Leviathan is young. I don't think their stuff showed
I
up.
can only imagine how this
Because,
poor
like,
child-
Jill and, Clive's a special case. But Jill didn't show up until after Clive's stuff. She'd probably been, like, 11 or 12. And Joshua was, like, 8 or 9.
felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
Yeah, we can take it away. Not to kill him. No, we can take it away.
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well.
I mean, he's a baby. Most of the ones... Actually, I think the only one that he took their power and then they went crazy after was Benedicta. And she forced herself to fully prime, even though he took a good chunk. Like, no one else has done that. Everyone else has already gone crazy before he took their powers.
But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
I mean, babies don't understand. They just feel fear or not even anger, sadness, hurt, scared. He wouldn't be able to understand what you're trying to do.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
to use
I
that.
think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
Oh. He can make little versions.
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right.
I mean,
Let's
that's...
see what you've given me.
Oh, did you put it in one of my slots and I'm gonna have to reset my magics? Oh, he gets a gun. The special one. Oh, okay. Oh, that's hot. Only Leviathan's abilities. Okay.
No, just an eggy. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
I'm very confused. Okay. I want this off. How to make it stop. Okay. Oh jeez! Oh jeez! This is not a great ability.
Oh, look. It has friends.
Five, this is not the time. Okay, this is a good long range, as long as this isn't happening. I don't think I like that ability, does it just... Yes, I need a dodge. Ooh! Oh, the dodge is kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I like that. Oh, you have to hit the... I see what's happening. Ah, it goes so fast, though. You have to be close range for that. That one's a close range gun. Oh, infinity. Oh, please dodge. That's gonna take some practice. I don't like some of the ability. We'll mess around with it. I think I'm gonna make a new set. Go with it.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale.
We're not gonna fight Leviathan?
It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I think you're just leaving the kid here, though. Like, it's gotta feel worse.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
Like the dodge with it.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Okay, this is my normal one. I'm pretty good with this. We haven't used remove for a while. This is the one I have. Try the second set. It. Any abilities I get for Leviathan, right? We can try this one. Goes.
Look da! The cherries
What to say? Side quest? No. Ooh, it might be weapons though. Hold on. I didn't even do anything to get weapons yet.
What is it you want?
They're not good though. Whoops. You give you weapons for it though. I guess we fought one boss technically. It's just not good compared to what I have on right now. Sadly, I'd love to see what the weapon looks like. It's weird that they didn't make it as good as better than the Omega weapon, considering this is the next DLC.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
Okay.
I've heard that one before.
We fought that.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false.
It was part of the last DLC.
Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes.
Oh.
So desperate were
Same
they to
thing.
prevent the fall
Just
of
use
Drake's
just
Eye,
like
they
else.
forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal's source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliff?
That's what I figured. It's connected.
Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Ver, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well.
It makes sense.
We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a
I don't
luxury we
think
can
Shiva
afford.
would be as good of a match as Phoenix is.
The Ver is not easy
Oh god, dear sword quest. No,
to find.
don't.
We must first head north and then west, deeper into the forest.
We will. You gave me side quests. I'm upset at you now. Not particularly wanting to do side quests.
My lord, may I speak with you? There is a
I don't
matter
enjoy them that
which
much
I
in this
would
game.
beg your-
Of course, what is it?
Please.
Something serious.
Yes. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the... But the more I think about it...
And you're sure it wasn't?
Positive. Of course, it could just be my imagination, but if it is who would you go and see?
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know.
Perhaps. Just promise me that...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer?
I'll explain later.
No sign of the child.
You don't think he's...
I can't.
Just...
Is everything all...
Ah, you're the outsider. And this is Talor, one of my patients.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so.
But...
This affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen. And my most powerful I'm starting to wonder if his condition... Shula said that you were here to help us.
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if something must have caused. The trouble is, Talor's 2 weeks, so while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit.
Right.
Okay. Nearby, we could do that one right now.
Oh, I do. Though not from the forge.
I see.
It's no trouble, really.
Not that I know of. But then I suppose he might have been a bit...
When you say out and about,
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. Maybe he knows something.
Maybe.
Greetings, stranger.
Your name is Blazir, is it not?
His illness. Salor's never been ill.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who...
Oh, did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just...
Well, that certainly did. And it might just be what Fanny...
Don't mention it. What? And when...
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't...
Nothing conclusive. Lazir, the fisherman, he kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there, and it...
The forest. Surely...
But...
I can't say for sure.
Berries?
Counted them.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you think they may have caused...
I do. At least in a way. Oh, no, it's a lot to ask. There's an altar there. And if... Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast.
Leave me be. Let me go. Let me go.
Interesting. That makes sense. The tomberries can cause illness kind of stuff.
Bastard things. Oh, I never should have let him go alone. Ty, take me. What am I gonna... You! Shula said you were a force... Hey? Oh, I'm worried about a friend of mine. He went... Would you help me...
I can try.
Of course. You know about the glamour our ancestors...
Shula told us...
Right. So you know the cairns we use to maintain the spell. If it weren't for the likes of us...
So your friend went into the forest?
Aye. He said he was going down. There are 2 cairns out that way. One by the banks of the Swift Run and another near the Winged Wain.
All right.
His name's Nassef. He's about... If you could track him down and see that he's come to no harm...
Very well. One cairn by the ships, another by the river. Better get moving.
Hail, stranger. Are you alright?
I am.
Oh, and not just any stables. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird. Ambrosia.
Well, she's...
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This,
I would if I could, but
Me dad's got a boat, and it'd be perfect time.
Oh, so we could have the chocobo.
He'll be in the storehouse on the...
Interesting. I didn't even realize we couldn't bring her because most of the path has been straightforward. Like, I don't really use the chocobo. Weird.
You one of the...
I am.
I am.
She's asked to see my chocobo.
Oh, you could...
But truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first.
Well, if you're sure that's what you... Still, I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or 2 to...
And...
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought it.
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and so I suppose...
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies.
Need to go all the way fucking back? Christ.
Thanks for bringing me anyway. When you've decided what you want, just let me know. Well, if you're sure you need it. May it serve you well. Well, if you're sure you need it.
Why are you doubting me?
Then I bid you
Paying you
good
for it,
tide.
like, you need the money, don't you? So... Go do this one.
I remember you. She's very well. Thank you. Oh, don't thank me. Anyway, what brings you to the... I was hoping to purchase, and I thought you might be able to tell... Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Really? Aye, you'd be doing me a favor. Just be on the lookout for wild birds. I will. Oh, you're very welcome. And in times like these...
That was easy.
We certainly do. Northridge, then.
Oh, Northridge. She was... Jesus, wait, wait, I guess that's the closest port. But Jesus.
And how might I help the garrison today?
I haven't seen any of those beastly blue-eyed... Do be careful.
I will.
Ah, there. And this must be Ambrosia, was it?
I have the mimic or two.
Thank you kindly.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I rarely bring her for like things that aren't like open. Like for like the trail that they use to get in between her and Leviathan is walkable. For me, at least.
Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow. You'll be...
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through...
Ambrosia's been through a lot.
Not with a beloved man.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
Anyway.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to North...
Thank you. But I think we might explore...
Interesting. I'm gonna try to complete the one that's down below as well, and then I think we'll swap.
Bastard things.
I do want to show you the new stuff.
Breath of the Arbor.
Oh, I get it. She sees clients, then comes back.
Stop!
And he probably followed her.
No! No! Hang on! I'm coming!
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this.
Stay down! It's
Okay, I don't like that one. Oh, you're close for that one. Okay, I just had to get the right skills.
Are you all right?
I'm more than all right.
Maybe you should introduce yourself first.
Hervey! I came to see you. Oh, my little
Thank you,
Who is he?
Hervey. One of many clients from my...
One of many clients? And then you upped and...
I left you a note, didn't I? And I told you not to...
The flame of your love was as a...
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and say...
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a nose how many leagues across?
And as I did, the skies... That was...
Oh, why did you come? I cannot leave my people.
I'm to meet your family.
He's so excited. He does not even care. Not upset at all.
But first, follow me, Hervey.
This man gives no shits. They could kill you. They probably won't. They're nice people.
You should never have found this place. How could I be so careless?
Don't blame yourself.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to... You two met at the Vale.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin. And for that reason, some of us seek employment.
And so you supported your...
I did. And I have never regretted... I also... But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret...
What will happen to him now?
Since our people...
I see.
That was before my time, you understand? Yamila, know that I do not blame you for it. This was my mistake.
Thank you, tributary. I will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice. Of course. Come what may.
I mean, pretty positive guy. Okay. As long as you convince him not to tell anyone. Head in this direction. So we're going. That's not the way.
Bastard things.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then. If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
He's so big in this world.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual.
Fireballs are freaky. Take a million
Sorry to
pictures, shut up.
disturb you.
Right. Oh no, it still hit him. Okay. Wait, forgot what I'm doing. Okay, I'm getting into the gun stuff.
A silver chain. I doubt the Tombreys made it. I did. Well, I'm still not...
Forgive me. This...
Worn by men of the faith.
To understand that, you need to... They feed on hate, and some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against...
So you think someone's put...
I can't say for sure, but given his fear of the forest and...
Does Talor have any enemies in the village?
No, I believe. But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go.
You're saying he...
In trying to curse...
When my father was younger, he was one of the few. He told us that when he journeyed to Sandbreck, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs.
Did they ever catch him in his deception?
Not that he ever...
Come now. Let's not waste time.
All right.
Thank you.
Aye, and thanks for going to all... We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain... If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me.
I am, thank you.
Okay, so helps with finding maybe items that help with crafting. Cool. Interesting. Enhance Leviathan. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't really use those.
Yes?
I don't really use anything that works with the abilities. But I can see how that'd be useful for people that did.
Bastard things.
Well, here's the kit. But no sign of Naseth. To the riverbank.
I'll probably get this one done and then just head.
Who have we here?
Lot.
I'm looking for...
Aye, I know him. Takes care of the cat. What do you want with the lad?
Apparently he ventured out to work on one...
Wow.
You're a hunter, yes?
There's a bridge further down the path. But if I remember rightly...
Maybe...
Don't mention it.
Let's hope so.
Oh, he does do like... Oh, okay.
This must be the bridge the hunter was talking about.
Stay away, damn you! Hold on!
Oh my gosh, I was trying to get the easier things. You're an asshole. Oh, the vent stays on even when you're on other ones. That's nice.
I'm the tributary's guest.
I am?
Your friend Qatar.
I was so focused on attuning.
How exactly
Oh, there are crystals inside. Should the ether cease to flow through too many of them, our shroud would quickly unravel.
And an important job it is.
Yeah, the truth is, me and Qatar have usually worked together, watching each other's back.
So you found him then?
Not before the local fauna did.
Expect you'll be wanting someone to escort you back.
When you're next in Haven, be
if you insist.
Okay.
I thought I'd lost you. But you saw... Thank you. Nasev told me
What the matters, far be it from me to tell you how to do.
Or if we have to. Maybe we should take its toll, of course. But it'd beat...
I'd rather not. We'd only suck...
Your bearers?
That we are, thank the tides. The others can't attune to the
So?
We're forced to. No. From what our people are few enough as it is. If we started turning on each other, kin again...
They would.
Anyway, all's well that...
Closer, or at least want to get us close. Where the plot is for when we pick it up next.
Better already.
There's a large gate up ahead, and beyond it, a cluster of ancient ruins. The temple, or the Heir of Hours as my people call it, can only be reached by passing through them. Let's make this quick. The forest is crawling with life, most of it hungry, which is why we make sure this gate stays shut.
And why you carry that impressive-looking axe, I presume.
Noticed her, have you?
The temple is up there.
Don't worry, those cliffs aren't the only way to the top.
What though? I probably should start. I have never used his. Leveling most things up